Nobody cares about your dreams. In fact, many people have been buried with their big dreams than yours, okay? So does the Forex market. Nobody is there to give a fuck if you have been trading for 10 years. Nobody cares how many sleepless nights you have had. At least you shall reap hard because you worked hard for Forex. It doesn't work that way. As long as you're doing the wrong thing, you will always get the same results, even if it's for 100 years. Now, this is the time to change what you've been doing wrong in trading and do the right thing. Okay, if you don't know me, I'm Donovan Mordecai, but most of you like calling me names, but I really appreciate it when you call me the market wizard, because you know, guys, how we make them brokers bleed. Okay, so I won't waste even a single second. Okay, let me make sure my cameraman is saying I get into the frame. Perfect. So let me make sure, without even wasting time, today we are talking about psychology. And I told you, let me as we continue, let me confirm my phone is off so that I don't receive any call. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, my cameraman tafanyaje kwa sawa. Haya, so as I was saying, I want us to dive in direct without wasting even a single second. Okay, today we are learning about mastering the trader's psychology. And why is it so important to learn psychology in trading? This is the most important topic we are ever going to cover, okay, in Forex. Okay, I mean in your entire trading career. Even if you are learning maybe other online businesses, psychology is a very good thing to learn. But now in trading, it's very important. It's the most important, and it's a theory. So I'm trying to cover all of it in a single. Yes, I want to cover all of it in a single class today. Okay, now listen. If you're writing down, based on the Kamal Bull Strategy, it's mastering the trader's psychology. And down there theme, the market doesn't punish lack of knowledge. It punishes emotional decision. Now that's why psychology is very important. So let's have so let's understand first and foremost why trading is 90% psychology. Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry guys for a lot of things. We have to make sure everything is going good so that it's easier for you on your end to enjoy the video. Okay, so why trading is 90% psychological. So first you have to understand, I've mentioned this in class 1. So this is class 3 if you're watching for the first time. So you have 2 more classes you have missed. So markets are designed to take money from emotional and give it to the strategic. Okay, now let's say, I know, okay, or we will get to that, but I'm sure guys, if you have traded before, you know it's not about you. It's not about the strategy, it's about what your brain is telling you. Now that's the emotional part of trading. Let's say you analyze the market, you see I should be buying. What does your brain tell you after knowing you should buy or sell? The brain actually tells you, no, I think it's risky to buy. Why don't you sell? And it starts convincing you to sell. Now that's what we will be covering to avoid ever getting there, if you are keen in the class. Okay, I hope you guys by there are still taking down notes so that we can print our own books and give them for free and everyone is happy. Okay, the same charts are available to everyone, right? You see, across the world, everyone has the same charts, okay? But the outcome is different based on how you react to the movement. Okay, the market has spiked buy. Like right now, I've given a signal on buy, gold, yeah? Now the market immediately reacted to a sell, then a buy. Why? What happened? The reaction now took 90% of the people. If you are here, you want to join a trading group, you see the 12 millionaires of last year. Okay, make sure first you subscribe. I want to do a very big meetup for them, all of them. Also, maybe I can invite you. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. But if you want a Telegram group where you learn about trading every day, you interact with other traders, join the link that I've pinned, okay, in the comment section. Okay, now listen. The same charts across the world, okay, but different results according to how you trade. Okay, now I was giving an example of that signal that I've given. The moment I tell you buy, it's easier for you to buy, yeah? But market reacts to a sell. What is it doing? It wants you to close your trade, exit, stop buying, okay? It won't get to your stop loss, but it will always come like it wants to lick it, you know, and then buys. Now with that, it has taken out every trader that was emotional. Now that's why we need to study psychology. You lose not because of your setup is wrong, but because your emotion overrides your plan. Let's say you finish learning Kamal Bull and I never taught you psychology. What will happen? You will draw your boxes, very good, and wait for the entry, and your entry is triggered, and then your brain will tell you, you know what, let's wait for the market first to see how it reacts in this zone, and then we will know if we will take the trade. Now that's not a trading plan. That's not what we will learn. You will learn once your entry has been triggered, take a buy, or triggered, take a sell. But now your brain will convince you, wait, we see its reaction. What are you doing? You are procrastinating the entry. And once the market moves out of your entry, what do? Something tells you, now it has confirmed it's going up, so let's buy. Now you're buying when the market is out of that zone, so it can retrace to that zone and you lose your money. That's another example. Higher. Now let me explain something we call the casino effect. How retail is programmed to lose. Okay, so compare this. Let's compare. This is a casino gambler, this is a retail trader. So what a casino gambler does, he walks in with hope, right? So, but a retail trader holds his MT5 phone and hopes to flip the $10 to $100 to $1,000. It's the same thing, it's hope, okay? Now, what a gambler also does, they chase wins after small losses. What do you do in trading? You add more trades after your first stop loss. Now, this is your brain playing with you, because I told you before, the nature is designed not to make you rich. So is your brain. Okay? Your brain is programmed to make you never make it. That's why after hitting a stop loss, or if you are a gambler, you walk in and lose, your brain should clearly tell you, let's leave to this place, today is not our day. Your brain will actually tell you, what if we tried for the last time? What if we tried? What will be happening? You will lose more and more and more. Same to Aviator. Your brain is your first enemy. Okay? Now, what happens to a gambler? Most probably, they will blame the machine. They will start blaming the casino. You know, this casino, these people have rigged this thing, I cannot win, and they call it a day. Now, what happens to traders? They will blame the brokers. They will blame the news. And if it was a signal, they will blame the signal provider. Now, you see. So basically, you can be calling yourself a trader, but the moment you hold your phone, it's like you're entering a casino. Basically, that's what you're doing. You understand? Now, so that's why first I told you, create an account with the link of the broker that I've attached the link. So because in case of anything, You will never blame the broker. You will know I'm using the right broker, the best awarded broker across the continent and across the world. Okay, so it's good for you to use the recommended broker. Even if whatever broker you're using, shift it, use this broker, and I will give you 100% bonus. Okay, doesn't track outcomes. A gambler never tracks outcome. So you see, if you are wise enough and you are trading, you should walk into a casino, you count how many losses you had today, you go home, next day you win 3, you lose 2, okay, and the whole week you should, if you have any brain in you in your head, you should fast, stop even one weekend, take an analysis, okay, write down, okay, today, this week have been betting, okay, so let me note that down so that I can use it on my reels, because I find it's a very good track outcome, because it's very it's good. If you have any brain, you should always track your outcome. Now, what does a trader do on the same? Oh, I was finishing about betting. Let's say you do aviator. You should sit down, analyze how much have I lost, okay, how much have I made, okay, will I continue with the same? You see, now if you track your records, it will tell you what will happen in the future. You understand? That's why I was telling you, you see, let's say the Chatload AI that we have created that is automatically analyzing the markets 24 hours, trading for us, and okay, to the people that were buying it for the first time, okay, what were they buying? They were buying result from backtesting. Okay, because the robot is new, it has never traded in real life market, but you are interested and you ask me, how do I know it will not lose or it will not behave like the normal robots I've been scammed with? What we do, we back test. Okay, we back test. Now the same thing, back testing is checking the outcome. You track your outcome. What if I did this? So we take the bot, we place it in the real market that happened previously, and it tells you, if I traded from January to December 2024, these are the results that you could have gotten, and you saw we got 84%. That's above any average trader you know. That's the power of an AI, okay? Basically, I think the best month I've ever done was 70% since I started trading. Forget about this bullshit you see online about 100% trading. That doesn't exist. Now, you understand? So you have to learn to track your outcome so that you can tell what is there in the future. Okay? So from the back testing, we got 84%. Now, if I was to tell you, to be honest, what percentage are we expecting the next month, I will not tell you 84%, because now real life market scenarios, we have spreads, we have news, we have slippage maybe. So what will happen, that 84% will drop to something like 70%, okay, of which 70% in trading is a gold mine. That's everything, okay? Like you can retire and just let that thing make money for you. That's how powerful I'm talking about. So if you track your records, you can tell the outcome that is in the future. So if you've been losing in gambling, you will be clearly use your head to tell, I'm not going anywhere with this gambling. Now the same case, if you've been losing in trading, you have to sit down, see the outcome and tell yourself, I've been losing for the last 6 months. What am I doing different to get a different outcome? So first you have to learn to journal or review your trades. I'll get to that. Okay. Now in a casino, there's something we call controlled dopamine. I hope you're writing this. Okay. But in trading, it's controlled by green, red candlesticks. You see, in trading, that's why it's very technical. It's not random. they use green and red candlesticks. It is not random. Okay? Red will always give you that urge of red gives you something that makes you so uncomfortable. And green, and it's not like this green. It's the quiet green. It gives you something like hope. You know, green is like pink. It massages you. It massages your brain. Okay? But red is like screaming, you know, I'm here. Yo. So it's very tactical the way they use the red, green, and red at default. Okay? Now, I'm just explaining why I hope you're writing down. The system gives you enough hope to stay addicted. Listen to this fact. The system gives you just enough hope for you to stay addicted. You will keep coming back unless you step back and learn how the machine works. So these people will never always take money from you. Aviator, when you're playing Aviator, it's not out there to give you money every day. Okay? But there is a way they control it. The dopamine effect there. Controlled dopamine. I think it's called dopamine effect, but I will confirm. They give you some wins enough for you to stay hooked, giving you hope for tomorrow. Now that's the psychology. That's why you have to step back and understand the game. And that's what we are doing right now. Now, the capital alchemist mindset versus retail mindset. Okay, I hope you are writing side by side. Okay, capital alchemist I already explained on video number 1, I think, or number 2. Yes, number 1. Now, a capital alchemist waits for capital flow zones. You understand? You wait. Once you draw, so these are rules you should be writing down. So once you have a zone that you have marked in your chart, a capital alchemist like me, like I thank God for that. I mean, I never thought I would ever need a robot to trade. You know, once we are done with the psychology, you will understand how hard trading is. Okay? Now, you have to wait for the capital flow zones. A good trader will always have their zones marked out on the chart and wait for a bell. Maybe you have an alert. Like me, I have a bell. It will always ring. If you have attended my live trading, you will understand what I'm saying. Now, for retail traders, will always chase the market every candle. They want to make money with every movement possible. They will enter the market anytime. They will try to take as many trades as possible, and they end up losing like nonsense. Okay, now, and that's what the chart lord AI does. It can never just randomly wake up and trade blindly. Okay, so it basically waits. Prays for, not for praying like this. Okay, now, so let's continue. Capital alchemist trades only in designed sessions. See, I told you guys, if we want to make money like the banks, we have to trade like them. So you want to trade when they are open. Don't trade when they are closed. Or unless you want to do a heist physically. If you want to make money from the banks physically, you have to rob them when they are asleep. But if you want to make money from them like them during the day, you have to trade like them. So we have to decide what sessions we will be trading. I already told about sessions in lesson 2. Okay. Now, another thing you have to understand, a retail trader trades any time. Now, I had a very stupid boy saying he only trades Asian session. And that's a trader in, I don't know, Uganda. Now, what are you trading in Asian session? But you see, I told you retail traders have to exist so that we make money for ourselves. Okay, my phone is 15%, and it's the one that I use to preview the videos. Okay, now, and a capital alchemist accepts loss with discipline. A very professional trader will always accept the losses, because at the end of the day they will make money. I will never be worried today I lost a trade. Go to my Telegram. Sometimes we perform very good. Sometimes I lose like 3 trades consecutively. Okay? What do? I never panic. I get back to the markets every day, because that's what have been feeding me since I knew myself. I mean, since I knew I can make money and be independent, not depend on my parents. You understand? So I accept the losses with discipline. It's okay. I have lost that trade. It's okay. Now, I wish our brains were like AI. You know, an AI, when they lose trades, they reanalyze why they lost that trade and avoid such scenarios. But I've been trying that. That's impossible for a human brain. What will you write down? Because you ticked your confluences before losing the trade. Okay, so some things we can never be better at. Now, what a retail trader does, they double their lot size after losing. Understand? A retail trader will lose, and immediately after losing, they want to go all in. Oh my God, I have a running trade, guys, in my wife's phone. Okay. So you understand? Follows a blueprint. Capital alchemist follows a blueprint. Let me call my hey, I'll have to interrupt you, but no, it's okay. I will not call her. What is a blueprint? Is the things that we are about to learn, but a retail traders enters based on feeling. Some people just feel this market will buy. Even if they analyze, they go with their guts. But in trading, don't trust your gut. That one thing I will tell you. Tracks behavior and adapts. Capital alchemist tracks behavior and adapts. Retail traders, they complain the strategy they learned doesn't work, and that's what you will see with 99% of traders. They will be shifting brokers. They will be shifting, what is it called? Strategy. They will always have excuse to move there and move forward, instead of just taking time and understanding why have I not been making money. So listen, we don't enter unless capital has shown its intent. Patience is profit. Listen. Patience is profit, observation is edge. Now, let's dive in the 4 deadly emotions that you're going to experience in trading, and you will feel like hating yourself. You feel like the world is ending. That once you start, you will start getting fear. Now, what will fear do? You have your entry, you have analyzed, you have drawn your yes, let me write down. Okay, fear. You have analyzed, you have drawn a zone. What happens? I told you, your brain will tell you, you know what if you don't take that trade? No, let's not take that trade, man. It's very early, let's wait. What will happen is the market will go above. Now, you will have hesitation because of fear. And what will the hesitation cause? It will cause you to miss a move. What will happen after you miss that move or entry? What will happen is you will start following the market. What is that? You are being a retail trader and you will end up losing. You understand? Now, another thing you will learn is greed. I mean, not one thing you will learn, one thing you will encounter. Even if I teach you, you will encounter is greed. Now, what happens? You have a winning trade, I gave you a signal and it's winning, you're making money. Your brain will tell you, you know, we don't have rent for this month. Why don't we add position and make this rent right now, ASAP? And the stupid you will do that. Now that's greed. Now the moment you add greed, you lose your risk management. We'll learn about risk management. Okay, you won't even have the brain to look at structure. Maybe the market has hit the profit, but you don't care, you just want to add money. Now another thing you'll encounter is called FOMO. You will fear losing, or fear of missing out, sorry. FOMO is fear of missing out. So you will have fear. What if I don't trade? What if FOMO is fear of missing out? It means, what if I don't trade? What if this was the trade that was supposed to pay my rent and I don't trade? Now you will start trading not to miss out. What does that create? Entry without logic. Prices reverse instantly. So you will target yourself in a place where I'm trying to look for a good example. Let's see. Fear of missing out. It's like when you are in a casino. No, let's say you've been playing Aviator for the last 2 weeks consecutively, and then you have 100 bob. You should eat your supper. Something will tell you, what if I don't try today? Maybe today was my day. Now that's fear of missing out. Now in trading, that will cause you to trade without logic, without even thinking. You are just looking at the charts, but because something in your brain is telling you, let's trade. You will get yourself looking for things that don't exist. You're drawing your own things in the charts. Now another thing that will always happen, because you're fighting a very powerful brain, you will always want to revenge once you lose. It's called revenge trading in Forex. Now, you enter a trade, you lose, your brain tells you, why don't we trade and recover our money and go? You see? Let me get back what I lost. Okay? That will lead to overtrading spiral. Okay, in gambling, you will tell yourself, let me bet the last time, I'm sure I will recover my money. So, how does Kamal Bull fix whatever we have been talking about? Session limits. Just tell yourself, we are trading London and New York. That's it. Like you have noticed, unless, sometimes the sessions behavior, we learn about session behavior change. In case the session behavior change, okay, in case the sessions behavior change, that's when we can let me see if I can get a good example. There's a time, I think it was before Trump became president, the markets were not moving during London and New York. So the only option is to move during New York. To move during Tokyo session. That's why I'm saying, in such cases, that's when we trade different sessions. But we should be trading only like London session and New York sessions, and you limit yourself to that. Okay. Now, capital zone filtering. This is something we learn. Once we have our zones, we should not enter until this happens. We should always not enter until that happens. So we'll have our filtering. Okay. And, you see, when I was teaching my AI, I had to give it like 10 reasons to take this trade. Not take a trade unless 8 over 10 have qualified. You understand? But sometimes as humans, you forget to do that. But I hope moving forward, you will start writing. So let's give you an example. Let me give you an example. Don't trade when you feel like. Don't take a trade because, okay? trade just because you have all the confluences right. Okay, let me skip all that because I don't know. Okay, psychological triggers hidden in charts. You know, now I've told you people behind the charts. I told you on lesson 2, I told you these people are trying to make money from you, so they know how to trigger your emotions, because once your emotions kick in, your brain will automatically make you give them money. Okay, now teach I got what causes emotions to rise on screen. Now I told you about the coloring, green and red. It's very important they do that. Okay, now listen for examples of triggers and your emotional reaction. Now I want you guys moving forward, now that you will learn about the triggers, once you see them, don't react to the way they're expecting you to react. Now, candle spike into your zone. You have your zone. The market will always spike. What that is always happens. If your zone is marked out right, it will always spike. You will see a huge candlestick. Whoa. Tap your zone, disappear, and then it stays above. Now, what does your brain tell you? Man, I had a zone, it has already been tapped, and I'm going to miss out a very big trade. So what do? You have fear of missing out. So whenever you are on the charts, you are playing a very tough game with very smart people. So that's, they know once we do a spike pop into your zone and it goes, you will be afraid of missing out. What will happen? You will start following the trade like a blind person, going crazy. Okay, so let me show you an example. Currently I don't have an example. Can you join our Telegram group and you will see. Can you just join our Telegram group and you see? Yes, join the Telegram group and you will see such examples. Okay, now another thing the markets will always do: early profit flash trigger. You see, we have trigger and emotional reactions. Another trigger will be early profit flash. You enter trade and it spikes, it goes your direction with the very it goes your direction with a lot of momentum. I don't want to use the word momentum because you guys are not fully, I did not educate you about momentum, but it goes your direction like heavily. If you tap a buy and the market goes aggressively, you see, you had maybe $5, all of a sudden it's $15, okay, $20. What does that trigger in you? Greed. You tell yourself, oh my god, I have $20. I wish I used a lot of lot size. Oh my god, what will I do? Let me add positions. And once you add position, they take the market back to your entry. So that's greed. Okay, now another thing they will always play you with: sudden pullbacks. You see, we were trading uptrend very well. This is an example I shared, I think, in lesson 1. Yes, the market was buying like this, all of a sudden it sells. What does that trigger? It triggers fear. Where is this market going? Why what's happening? What has Trump done to the USA? If you are trading USD currency, you understand? That's fear. What will that cause? An early exit, and you will exit with not enough profits. Okay, one small loss. They will always give you one small loss. Always. They know how to make you lose, because they know, even if you study Kamal Bull Strategy, okay, I'm not saying this strategy is 100%. I won't lie. There's nothing like 100% in trading. In gambling, there's nothing like that, right? Now, what they will always do, the more the retailers, let's say if you are trading a strategy that is highly used, just know you will always be losing, right? But for us, we are safer until maybe it becomes overexposed, but it can never. If it was discovered in 1900s and you're hearing about it right now, okay? So the probability are almost zero. Now I'm saying, one small loss, they will always give you a small loss. Always. Even in gambling, they will always give you a small loss. This will cost you this will trigger your ego. You will want to make money back from them. You will want to revenge trade. They know, they have studied humans. Okay? Now, students, now I should teach you students to journal. You see, I wrote for myself, teach students to journal what they felt before and during and after a trade. So kindly, it's good you write down, what did I feel before taking a trade? What did I feel during that trade? And what I felt after exiting that trade? And you will understand Forex is like like it's cast. Okay? Okay, now another topic we are going to handle, rituals, journaling and control systems. Kamal Bull Trading Ritual. Now, I want you to have, note this down, okay? Breathe before opening MT5. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's a practice I used when I was a beginner trader and it helped me a lot. Always take your time. Don't take a trade. I had a buy, net said buy, and you're like, come on, where's MT5? Where's MT5? Oh, where's MT5? Okay. Almost missed that trade and you buy. That has made you take a trade, you don't know why, and always such trade will always lose. You didn't take time to see what time did Nebs post that buy. What was his stop loss? Maybe the market has already hit stop loss. Maybe it has hit take profit, you see. And if you're the one analyzing yourself, you have to calm down. You see, if there's something gamblers flourish is mehemehe. If you know mehemehe is, they always want to make instant decisions without thinking. Even people that have been conned by, you see, conmen love people that are like that. People that make decisions like this without thinking, they don't consult anyone. This guy just went, he was shown a good piece of land, and he was triggered. It triggered his emotions. All of a sudden, he wants to buy it, and he buys it, and all of a sudden, he sits down and wonders, what was I thinking? Why didn't I wait? Oh my God, gone. Or you find a car that is discounted 50%. You are running up and down. I need this car. You understand now? Now that's what we talking about. So you have always, before you take a trade, you breathe. Just take a moment. Just breathing. It sounds stupid. That's why I'm insisting. Breathe before opening that MT5. Go watch my live classes. You will see me, before I even take a trade, you will see me looking at the market slightly, and then I tell you, let's end. Okay? It is never, oh, we're gonna lose, we're gonna miss some, and then, no, it's never like that. Okay? Okay. Another thing, scan sessions and capital flow. Don't worry about the capital flow, we'll learn about it, but always have the back of your mind, where are we trading in? What session are we at? What is the current behavior of the? So my phone is 6%. I don't know what I will do. Let me just set a timer. So guys, sorry for that. Okay. Now another thing, check internal state. Are you rushed? Are you emotional? Just ask yourself, am I making the right decision, or I'm rushing myself, or I'm being emotional? That's very important. I've told you before a million times. Con men use people that are not thinking, just doing things. No, before you do that, ask yourself, am I being rushed or am I emotional? Make it a practice. The more you practice, the more it gets easier. Even you will not have to tell yourself, you will just tell for the first days, you will go to trade and then you ask yourself, am I emotional or am I being rushed? For the first days. Now with time, you will not have to remind your brain to do that. It will automatically do that. Confirm structure. Write your confluences down. Like me, I have them at the back of my book. Rules. You see? I don't know if it can focus. Let me try. Let me try focus. My handwriting is not good, but I hope it has helped you understand what I'm saying. So you can see from my rules I've written clearly. Never be quick to take a trade. Breathe. These are things I wrote, I don't know, 2019. And I'm still teaching you. You understand? This is not gambling. These are things that I wrote for my... Okay, so you can help yourself by writing examples. Now, confirm structure. I've told you about confirm structure. Write confluences down. Your confluences is like you just have reasons to take a trade and also rules. Okay. Another thing, trade, screenshot, journal. So once your trade is going your way, screenshot it and journal that trade. Is having a record. Having a record like the one I was telling you about, using past data to know the current event, like I told you about, an AI. Now, why journaling works? Clears emotion. If you keep a record and you are sure, it means I've always traded with 50% accuracy. There is 50%. I know for you, when we are learning Forex, you think 50% is small, but let me tell you, if you can trade with 50% accuracy, bro, I'm telling you, you see, like our AI, okay? I'm sorry to keep mentioning it. It's just that I'm excited. There's nothing else running in my mind. But let me just educate you, because you'll get here someday. Or you will hear stories when you cannot see me on these videos again, because I will be doing more personal things than teaching Forex for free. Okay? Now, if you created a robot that is guaranteed to do 50% profit, 50, only 50, you can sell to big organizations. You know, if I have a relative, is rich, yeah, is those rich wazes, but not like, we are not related like blood with blood. Okay, those friends of my dad that became no, my videographer is saying I stop stories, but it's not stories. I want you to understand something. Okay, Sasa, listen, what happens if you have something working with 50% that is guaranteed? Okay, you can confidently tell an organization, let's say, organizations have money that they don't, it is just there, but they want it to compound, they want it to grow. Now, if you want your money to grow as a rich person, most probably you will go to where there is low risk. And low risk means very minute profits. Like my uncle, I think he uses over 10 million. He was telling me I should also compound, only to get, I don't know, 2% per, I think per year, ama it's per month, I don't know. So it's safe, yes, it's safe, because you can never find your money 100 at 10 million blown or something, or you find your 10 million, it's now at 8 million, or in the worst case scenario, you'll only find your 10 million at 9 million. It's only 1 million negative. Now, for him, it's a very brilliant idea. But let's say, no, I'm not going to do it to him. I'm not going to offer him such a thing. But I'm just saying, what if I walked into that organization with proof that my AI has been doing live? Not, right now we're talking about backtesting. That's why we cannot get to a point of selling it to an organization. An organization, before they commit their millions to a system, they have to know truly it has worked for like 2 years consecutively, making 50%. No, that's why I'm saying, if you are a trader and you get yourself to a position you're making 50% profit every month, you working like this as a human being, you are a very valuable person, because it means anyone, you see, rich people have money, but they don't want it to sit at the bank. That's how we come up with account management. You see, you guys have seen me trade an account for 20 million Kenya shillings. That is not mine. It's someone that doesn't want his money to be sitting on the bank. They give names, and we agreed, instead of compounding it, you just use risk management and make sure I will never lose my 20 million. Let's work with the money above 20 million. You understand? So 50% profit, it's something that can change your life. You will be so valuable, you will not understand. You understand? Because it means every month you are sure whatever comes, even let's say 50% is so much. Let's say 35%. If 35% profit you guarantee to any organization, 35% profit, because most organizations do 5%, even 10. 10 now, it has to be something to do with crypto and Forex. Okay? But if you can do 35% as a trader and it sticks, that's one thing I regret. I wish we had these inventions like 6 years ago. Right now, I could not be here teaching Forex for free. I will be just somewhere seated, okay, just thinking of the next house I will buy. Am I going to Miami? But these inventions were not there. But you understand? That's why it's very important to journal your work. Once you journal your work, you know what? Come sunshine, my profitability is 35%. What will that help you? It will help you clear your fucking emotions. You don't need to be happy because you won a trade. You will not need to be sad because you lost a trade. Because at the end of the day, even if I lose today and I make money tomorrow, I always range 35% to 40%. You understand? And that's enough. Forget about these things you guys see online, you 100%. Trading 100%, you can just go walk to Trump or go to even President Ruto, tell him, you know what, my trading strategy is 100%. Just give me 50 million, I show you. It means because you never lose, that 50 million will be 1 billion in a few. So everyone in this world will trust you with their money, but people don't trust us because our profitability consistency. Now, so God willing, hopefully, from the AI, it can do. You see, for me, the best month I've told you was 70% ever since I started trading. Now, builds repeatable behavior. Once you journal your trade, you know how to code. It's easy for you to trade because at the end of the day, I don't want to be 100%. So if you lose, you don't feel bad. At the end of the day, you don't want 100%. You only need 35% and you're good to go. You understand? Don't worry, I will teach you how to use that 35% to make millions. I know you guys are thinking, Not like that. It creates deep spleen that is greater than dopamine. Now you don't run on dopamine, you run on discipline. Now, identify trader personality types. I want you to understand what works for you. Okay, remember last lesson number 2, I taught you types of traders. I want you to understand what makes you fit. Now, I will tell you, so identify the trader personality. Which type are you? Now, I want you to write here type, and I want you to write here behavior. The sniper waits forever, rarely pulls trigger. Just like life in the way we see in movies. What does a sniper do? A sniper does. What does a sniper do? They are very patient. They monitor their breath. Okay, so that they only have one shot, and if it goes wrong, it's bad. Okay, now that's the same. Waits forever, rarely pulls trigger. Now I want you to understand the types of trading personality, then we'll continue. Okay, now the cowboy enters too much too fast. I think you can call him a scalper. Always enter. The market is buying. I'm buying. The market is selling. I'm selling. Understand? Now again we have the prophet. Now these are the prophets are people. If you go to our Telegram group, it's very good. It has very good traders. But we have prophets. People always trying to predict the price. You know it will go up. Like I have met a prophet, and he was so confident about himself. You see, and a lot of prophets will always tell you, I'm so good in trading, but I don't have capital. And I've explained to you, if you only need that 5% profitability to walk to any organization, walk even to circles in your hometown, Chama. Okay, tell them I have been hitting 35% profit. And here's the proof. Don't go with your demo. Are you fucking stupid? This is what I've been doing. Even if it's $100, I only have $100. I've been doing 35% for the last 6 months. This is the results. Bro, even if for me personally, every student I have, I tell them, if you are ever profitable, I will always get you account management. You see, people always reach me out, hey Ned, I only have $5,000. I want it to compound. Can you help me trade for me? But for me, I don't trade small accounts like that. So I push them to my students. You understand? So if you had 35%, you can just inbox me and tell me this is $100 I've been doing 35% for the last 6 months, for the last 1 year. I can confidently give you $10K account, because I know at the end of the day you're not going to lose it. You understand? But prophets, they always know, they always think they know where the price will go, and they are so confident because they will never trade. They will always sit down and say, you know, me and no gold will go buy at once gold gets to 3,600, it will sell. But they don't have a fucking reason. They are just prophets. Okay. Now then we have the technician. The technicians are those people that you see drawing charts. The charts look like a Christmas tree. They have put a million indicators. Okay. And then we have the alchemist. Waits for the market to speak and reacts with precision. Okay, I'm sure you guys have heard sniper entry. I am sure you've heard of it. Now, I want you guys to try as much as possible to be the alchemist. Now, once you have identified them, you will try not to be the prophet, because you know how the prophet is. The prophet is, you know how the technician is, you'll avoid, you know how the cowboy is. You understand? I want you to be the alchemist. Wait for the market to speak. Wait for the market to come to your zone and tell you, okay, I'm in your zone, I'm going to buy. Thank you, let's go. You understand? It will be clear as we go on. Now, another thing I want us to, but then can you type down on the comment section, what type of trader have you been all along before these classes? Okay, now let me confirm. You see, I normally type notes here, but my notebook is here. So I want you guys to understand trading is a mental game, an emotional battle. You'll always be battling. You have stress, you have fear, you have depression, you have anger when everything is going wrong. And when everything is going right, you have excitement, you have joy, you have cockiness. You understand? So I want you to expand your mind, and moving forward, try to, you see, what you input on your mind is the output you get. If you keep watching Forex is calm because of this, what your brain will start and giving you when you're trying to make it in Forex, it will start showing you, this thing doesn't work. You will draw your charts and lose, and your brain will tell you, yeah, these things never work. These people are just after our money. Have I charged you because I'm after your money? You understand? Just know you are responsible for your own success. Consistent reading and consistent self-educating. Moving forward, start following big traders. Don't stop telling yourself, this is not even a trader. No. Start feeding yourself the mind. Forex is possible. People have made it through Forex. Start watching such people. Okay, what this will feed your mind. Forex is a good thing. We should try it. Okay, slowly, and your brain. I told you, if your brain is on your side, it's easier for you. Now, so we should always make our wins outweigh our losses. Okay, what else have I not mentioned? Process of protecting capital parameters. I think risk management should be our next topic, because I think there's nothing to be said on psychology. Yes, there's nothing to be said on psychology. So remember, we are not trading for fun, we are trading for consistent profit. Okay, and remember, in trading you can lose any amount. That's what I was saying. You can walk, it happens. People work in brokers' offices, politicians, okay? They say, I have this amount, I don't want it to be just sitting down. Can you give me the best traders you have for them to manage my money? Those people hate it when you trade them, tell them, I can flip. If you ever sit in a meeting about account management or such a thing, or investment, never say you can flip, because you sound like these people are not desperate, because they are not here to make money. They just want the money instead to be sitting, to be growing slowly. So you start telling them, I can flip $1,000 to $10,000, and that guy wants to give you 30 million. So you want to flip 30 million to 1 billion, and that's the same way you can lose that 30 million. You understand? Avoid excessive. I think this. So remember, we are not here for the short-term thrill. We are here for the long-term success. I think let's call it a wrap. Guys, remember, if you are smart enough and you've watched the video at this point, up to this point, I think it's common sense for you to subscribe, because I think the next class you don't want to miss out, because you are starting to do risk management. And after risk management, we start talking about fundamentals. We are running fast. I'm not here to waste your time, guys. I'm moving like moving ahead. You understand? So guys, I don't want you to miss out of either of the classes. Okay? Oh, if you want the Kamal book, okay, you can maybe text me, physical or soft copy or hard copy. You can always inbox me on the link that I've pinned. So please subscribe.